Hey guys, it's Ogs from the US. Today is the day after the day before Frank Lampard was sacked by Chelsea Football Club. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is part of life. It was kind of a dream for me. I didn't believe that Abramovich was going to betray Frank Lampard. I thought this time we were going for long term, and Frank Lampard put all his effort developing youngsters, giving opportunity to the voiceless who've been undermined for over 20 years. But I was wrong, because Abramovich still Abramovich, and when you have a board who signed a lot of deadwood, who don't want to look bad for spending that kind of money, they just want to win all the time. They want to impose to Frank Lampard who is going to play and who is not. So if you don't have the power to do what you want in the team as a coach, it's going to always be very difficult, because somebody like Kepa Arrizabalaga, if you force Frank Lampard to use him in the team, knowing how poor he's been, and blaming Frank Lampard for not giving him tactics and helping him out, you're not going to make him grow. He's a very short goalkeeper. Top corner, top bins, it's going at the back of the net. There is nothing you can do about it. But for some reason, Marina doesn't want to be wrong. She wanted to show people that she's right for spending 73 million. So it's all business, man. It's all about money. We have to protect our money. You have to use Marcos Alonso, Jorginho, Kovacic, all the dead wood. You have to use them to keep the value so we can get top dollar out of them, or you are out. Yeah, let's see how the new coach is going to use all bunch of dead wood like Rudiger and all that and get result. Good luck with that. So clearly Frank Lampard was used, abused, and thrown away by Chelsea Football Club. They wanted him when nobody else wanted them. Mauricio Sarri left because they had a transfer ban and he couldn't buy his own players, and he went to a bigger club. He sabotaged Chelsea. He thrown Chelsea away, and they went to Frank Lampard, took him over from Derby County, and kind of destroy his career in the management, because everybody is going to refer to the Chelsea fiasco, if you can call it fiasco. And now then the transfer ban is lifted and they can spend money and do what they've been doing for years. Frank Lampard is nobody, and they even lied to us. They made us believe that this time we are going to change our business model. We are going to be going for long term and not shortcut and changing managers all the time. Man, Frank Lampard, you can say whatever you want. This guy brought youth in the team. More than 9-10 youngsters who will never ever made it at Chelsea Football Club if Frank Lampard wasn't there. The so-called 200 million players that he can't get the best out of, there is a context, but nobody want to hear that, because it's Frank Lampard. He need to go, and we need to win right now. Life is not fair, my friend, and evil always wins at Chelsea Football Club. No good deed goes unpunished at Chelsea Football Club. You have to be just a bad boy. And Frank Lampard been sabotaged by Chelsea Football Club many times. They couldn't even give him 1 year contract extension, but they gave 2 years extension to Willian, who rejected us. Wow. Harry Redknapp said that Frank Lampard didn't sign Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. It was the board decision. That is his own uncle talking here. So I'm gonna believe on what he's saying instead of speculations. So you can tell the board signing certain players. The manager wanted some players like Rice or whatever name you're gonna throw in here. It's completely a mess. Who is in charge at Chelsea Football Club? You never know. It's a lot of money involved, agent, and all kind of interest. It's said that Frank Lampard didn't reap the fruit of his hard labor, and somebody else is going to benefit from it and is going to get all the credit. But you know what? That is part of life. Life is not fair. Let's now switch to the perfect one, Thomas Tuchel. Everything is perfect. Everything is rosy. It's friend, buddy right now. And nobody want to talk about the flaws. Nobody want to hear anything wrong against Thomas Tuchel. Even when Demba said something about him, nobody want to believe because we just want him. We just want Frank Lampard out, and we don't care about racism anymore. We don't care about protecting minority or, fighting discrimination anymore. We don't want to believe on anything. Demba is a liar. Everybody else is a liar. We turn a blind eye on anything that doesn't fit our agenda, including Frank Lampard. When he signed for Chelsea Football Club, we all didn't mention the lack of experience, right? Everybody was happy. Super Frankie. When we were winning games, it's Frank Lampard, the best in the world. He need to sign a new contract, blah, 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 blah. And when something goes wrong, they say, oh, he didn't have experience. Why even hire him to begin with? Blah, blah, blah. We flip-flop, change all the time, depending on the situation at that particular time. So for me, what I do is I'm gonna just expose certain things out there. You believe them or not, is not gonna change a damn thing. Okay, deal with it. When it happened, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so I've been telling people that I'm from Paris. I watch every single game of PSG, and Tuchel is not perfect. Right now, people are making some comps, some videos talking how hard he worked in training and how genius he is and all that. Okay, I've seen Marquinhos playing as number 8. I've seen him playing in number 10 or whatever, different positions instead of playing his natural position in the defense. I can go on and on and on. He knows how to frustrate people, and don't be surprised to see Tony Rudiger playing in the midfield just to accommodate him and things like that. N'Golo Kante in the goalkeeping position. Haha, exaggerating, but you know what I'm trying to say. If you speak French like me, we've been a laughing stock in the French television. Everywhere you go, people are laughing, mocking a Chelsea Football Club for taking apparently their reject. You know what I mean? A freestyling coach, nobody likes him in France. Okay? And I have just to expose out there. I'm not saying that he's a bad coach, but when something happened, remember this video that I told you so. He's not perfect. Don't expect him to become a Guardiola, a Klopp, or Ancelotti. You have to give him time, and you have to back him, especially during hard time. Another thing I wanted to warn you is his training regime. He got the worst injury record in PSG history. People get injured all the time. Muscle injuries, all kind of injuries. Doctors, the board, journalists, sports scientists, everybody in France saying the same thing. He got very, very bad training regime, and I hope he can change, because otherwise we know how fragile that Chelsea team is. pretty much everybody is injury prone. So if you bring that kind of regime at Chelsea, good luck. Call me hater if you want. Call me anti-Tuchel or whatever name you want. But I am stating facts here. From tomorrow, when he takes over Chelsea Football Club and he is on that bench, he will be my guy. I will support him and make a lot of videos defending everything about him, just the way I did with Mauricio Sarri, Antonio Conte, Jose Mourinho, and Frank Lampard. But I know people don't want to hear the truth because it doesn't fit our agendas.
I'd say one element of Paris, I wish he'd been in front of camera and explain how he treated us, because I don't accept this and I will never accept it, and the next time I see him, he will hear about it. But hats off to these people.
Who are you referring to?
Their manager.
Do you want to go into that now? Like
no, I'm not going into that, but he probably will go into this. I mean, he had discussion with one or two players of our team and basically blaming us for what happened. So that's his problem, that's not mine. And this is not something I will share on camera, but if I have to see him one day, I will share with him.